YouTube, but dude's been just throwing it down. He's been fantastic. You know, every seed he's been in, he's cleaned its clock except for one bomb hole in game one. That was the only difference between these two. So I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, shapes, 7, and bomb holes. Name a more iconic trio. But we've got our sword. Let's see where they.
Yeah, both going to 3. Eunos is the master of the scroll. Cytown says, no, I want no part of that first one, but I'll try the second one. Looking for bomb droppers. There's none, unfortunately. Let's see what we got at Vanilla 3.
I'm going to go with level 7. Dang, 1. That's awesome.
That's a great find early, isn't it? Jeez, that's great.
Yeah, nothing like, yeah.
Speaking of great finds, man.
I'm like, 8 blue wizards? Nope, but hey, there's some silvers.
Yeah, it's a room that you dread seeing. You're like, okay, I got 3 hearts and a Triforce right there. Good lord.
Peace. And cytown jogging right on over here, finds the other item. It's the power bracelet.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great find early because you always like struggle when to go up to the northeast for that white sword item. If you have that power bracelet, you can go whenever you want. You can get back to Vanilla 6 whenever you want. Eunos had a little bit of a power surge, power outage, something going on. Has to restart his game. Nope, he's good. He's good. He saved what he had.
Yeah, so we're going to leave, Eunos going to leave that 2 items in level 1. Cytown going to leave the 1 other ground item. Can't blame him. Key doors and whiz ropes. Nope.
Yeah, I don't blame him one bit. I don't know if he just didn't know he could get to the other room in that or just didn't care until he gets some more bombs or whatnot. But having the silvers and the Triforce 30 seconds in is a dream come true.
Yeah, and Cytown putting that power bracelet to quick use here. Going to hop up to the northwest portion here and check out level 6 and the Armo.
It's strange for you to get your very first global kill in the northwest, just to the southeast or to the east of level 6, Vanilla 6. But that's where Cytown did. He got global on that guy, so that was a heads-up play there.
Yeah, Eunos going to get his bombs. Level 2 at level 6, so he got Uno and Dos, but an immediate ladder block at Dark Nuts. So we'll see if we can pop open a bomb hole or go south and go somewhere here.
Well, there's 2 of our wizard dungeons. Hey, Jin, good lord, early on.
So we got Dark Nuts and Wizrobes in the same dungeon. Great combination.
And orange Wizrobes that are more than 4. They rolled high, so 1 bomb will not kill them, unfortunately.
Level 4 at Vanilla 1. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, we talked about it, but glossed over a bit. Silvers, right away, as we see the Triforce there on Cytown's side, silvers are that one item that's always like, where are you at? I need you so I can finish the seed. And, well, it's already out of the...
Yeah, and the best part about that is that you know everything else that you need to beat the game, the Wrath, the Recorder, the bow, everything like that, it has to be in these dungeons. 9 has nothing for you. So there's no gambling going on here. It's just going to be get everything now as quick as you can and go. There's no guesswork inside level 9.
Oh, this Wallmaster over on Eunos' side almost played spoiler. As 4 is segmented.
It depends on who's watching, if it's a spoiler or not. That's it could have been fun.
Well, this level 2 not chalking anything up. We do see where the Triforce is, but definitely want to find those 2 items. Eunos putting his bombs to good use here with all these Gibdo and getting all the drop.
Just a heart container early on for Cytown on his side, so he's looking for the other item in here. It's been a pretty decent, too, for having the enemy set it that it does. He's got pretty good movement inside of it, so he's going to explore.
I think we can go left here. No, that takes you right to the side. So, yeah, pretty much ladder blocked, it seems. So, going to take this Triforce and head on out. So, got 1 item. You never like to leave 1 left. But again, with that power bracelet, getting back up here isn't a super big chore, so it kind of helps a little.
Yeah, most definitely. And on Cytown's side, he's got to be thinking, I've seen 3 of the 5 items in levels 1 and 2. I've got both Triforces. We're 4 minutes in. I'm getting ready to get the Armos item. We've got silvers. This is as good of a start as you can get.
But it's not here.
Agent, one day I just need that to be a riddle for where it is. Like it's not there, right? But it's a riddle on where it is in the overworld map. It's like go left from the far northmost rock. Like one of those clues that you have to go find it. That's the best case scenario.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty awesome. We can tell where it is based off of what happens in the cave. As Eunos finds the recorder here in level 4. And the raft is the outermost item. So, man, we're just ticking off all of those required items super quick.
Yeah, so the 5 things that you need, well, usually it's just 4, but I say 5 because of ladder. Raft, recorder, silvers, and bow. We've got silvers, recorder, raft done. They just need ladder and bow, and that's it. And maybe not even ladder. So we've seen 3 of the 4 Triforces, most of the items in the first 5 minutes here.
And before the bow is the white sword item.
Don't do that, because cytown's going for it right now.
Gonna check this shop, see where we can find a candle. We haven't found a candle shop yet, so just get a couple of shop checks here. Oh, no, not gonna check.
Yeah, he's like, I got no money for it anyway. I know this is just a candle shop I can find later, just northwest of Start. Not even going to waste the time.
Yeah, Eunos going to skip the forgotten spot, but check this one here.
All right, so our arrow shop is our arrow shop today, so nothing really randomized there. Level 5 is level 5 today, so nothing really randomized there.
Perfect.
Makes it easy on commentary, dude.
For sure. May need to use a key if we can't bomb up from Start here. Eunos also going to find level 2, and we'll see if he could do any additional exploration.
I think this is the first key used of the match, if I'm correct. And we were met by a 4-headed Gleeok here with wood sword, 3 hearts for Cytown. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, always an interesting choice to take these on early. Obviously, it can be a drop room. I like to skip them until I absolutely need to do them because it could be a pretty big time sink. But, there also could be a wand or a red ring or something else.
Yeah, the other thing you can do, too, is that because you're needing a Triforce, and if you were going to go through level 5 and dig it out anyway, that room's right there. So you get the refill off the Triforce. You can cheese that fight from the right door. So that's another thing to think about. And this room is just nasty, man.
Yeah, Red Darkness rolled the 5 also.
Yeah, this is no fun. I think he's thinking about bombing right, but he wants to clip if he can and try to be a little safer. He's just going to go straight through it. I don't mind that play at all because there's so many more rooms in here. That has to be exactly Triforce or the item for it to pay off for him. Just not worth the time right there. Yeah,
for sure. So I definitely like the move. And we get another heart container. So guaranteed white sword now, which is very nice.
Yeah, Eunos got White Force. He already has his Triforce in 2. So he's got 3 Triforces already. Looking for the other item. He's got that heart that Cytown found. Let's see, like you said, if he can do a little more exploration than Cytown was able to.
Yeah, that room's a big nope. I'm going to bail one out of here. I can't blame him. There is just too much going on in that dungeon for the resources right now. No keys, low bombs, no real defense or offense to speak of. I'm going to see what this white sword...
Oh, jeez. I mean, this isn't as bad as it looks because you just have to wait. If you're patient with this screen, it's really not that bad, but it's not what you want to see for sure.
Yeah, I gotta reset this as well. Smart move. Pick them off one at a time. With a candle, you can kind of candle boost, but yeah, rough screen here for sure.
Yeah, he's just using bombs to get through him. He's hoping to get one off a global and was not able to do so. But most importantly there was that he didn't take a death on that screen. That even though he's got the power bracelet, you can go back up there. That's 30, 45 seconds in a match, and you're up against Eunos. You just do not want to do. Eunos out of 2 now. He's got the Triforces at 1, 2, and 4. Pretty much has every item except for the power bracelet the Cytown does. So pretty even here as far as that goes.
Yeah, pretty big route divergence too, which is it's nice. Kind of get to see some different things at the same time. We're going to see Cytown go up to Vanilla 9 while Eunos checks Vanilla 2. Still need to find a candle somewhere. See what they...
Yeah, it's interesting. The routing difference was all because cytown got that power bracelet early, and he just decided to use that and start making his way throughout, Hyrule, using that as effectively as possible. It didn't have to use some of those overworld screens that Eunos did. Eunos now in level 7, met by more Wizrobes. This is the third dungeon
God.
we've seen. Good lord.
Yeah, level 6 up here at level 9 as well. But yeah, just Wizrobes everywhere.
And taking a death there, so I mean, he didn't go too far into the dungeon, so it's not a really big death. You don't want to die at all at this level, but not a huge death there yet. With that compass, he is going to head towards the Triforce. It wouldn't surprise me if he sees any more of this dungeon that he just doesn't want to mess with, if he just goes straight for it and bail.
Yeah, shape 7, not something again, unless it's an easy enemy set that you want to invest a lot of time in. As Red Ring here out of level 6 for Cytown, that'll be a nice upgrade with the enemy sets we've been dealing with thus far.
Yeah, that's great. With those blue Lamolas too, it was a clutch clip on his part to get through those. Now he has the red ring, so he can clear this room to see if it's the floor drop as well. So this isn't an item that you're going to see Eunos need to have, but it's one that's going to make you a little more aggressive and faster in clearing rooms for Cytown. So neither one of these runners really needs that, but it makes your efficiency and your time spent in the rooms just that much better.
Yeah, and like I said, with this enemy set, there's just so much that's going on, and he's low on resources. Only has 1 bomb, but did pick up a couple of keys, so that's really nice. Going to allow him to explore a little bit more here. But man, some of these rooms, lots of ladder blocks, lots of obstacles to work.
Yeah, what they really want to see is, I think the first person with combat advantage, like a wand or a white sword, is going to have a huge deal here, because like we've talked about before, everything's rolling up right now. Even the Stalfos are rolling up. So every swing of your sword, if you can minimize that by having an upgrade, it's just going to do you so much better. And I think that's going to be the difference between the high level of combat that we're seeing on both these sides, is whoever gets the upgrade item first is going to do well here.
Eunos doing really well with this patch. Man, he was rocking it there for a second. It just twisted the wrong way.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about that one for sure, because I think he was kind of in the sweet spot there, ready to take it out, and just unfortunately took that death.
So Cytown knows that stair will be a transport. Gonna try to explore closer rooms first. Ooh, 1 bomb. Can we do it?
That bomb was so close. If that guy would have gone south, it would have eaten the bomb, and he would have gone 0 instead of what he did. Man, that was close.
Always clutch with Dodongos with your 1 last bomb, that's for sure. Man, these like rooms eating up so much time.
Eunos in a room without the red ring, it's a little difficult. 5 hearts and green tunic, wood sword. Well done with the bomb placements there. He's rewarded with a stairway room that he can probably clean out pretty easily just because of the configuration.
Yeah, hopefully this is an item and not a transport stair, and just has to maneuver around these blue dark nuts.
Look at that! Take this guy out.
Have a compass over on Cytown's side, so we know where that Triforce is now.
You saw the bomb in the right corner and the fairy, and he's split on which one he wanted more, and he's like, no, the fairy will go away. The bomb will always be there, so I'm going to grab that first.
Yeah, good choice. Gonna have to burn a key or decide to take the stairs. Gonna choose the key. Can't blame him. Get that Triforce and maybe just head on out of here and see what else we could find elsewhere on the map.
Oh my god, he's gonna bounce, but he's got to do some good work here to get there.
No!
I think he bounces anyway. I don't think he wants any part of this 7 anymore.
No, because you got to clear that 1 room again. He's gonna go for it. Man, these dungeons, Redbird, what monstrosities.
Yeah, this has been a mess so far. And like I said, that red ring is going to help Cytown when he gets in those situations. So in situations like that, it's going to be good. But we haven't seen any type of offensive upgrade. So getting through is it's been kind of rough right now.
Cytown finding a workaround for this ladder block here, trying to get over to the Triforce room.
That's one of the things that's impressed me about cytown the most. If you watch him, he's got that rando sense, and a lot of people have it, and it's kind of a myth you talk about and whatnot. Okay, combat reigns, but there is a rando sense, and some people have it and some people don't. And cytown definitely does. He's very knowledgeable about, okay, here's the block it's giving me. Let's see if I can work around it. Where some people might have up and gone out and taken off or whatnot. cytown's he's very, very good at navigating the game very quickly.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, it's one of those intangibles kind of things, but it really does make a difference. And, you're like you said, there's some people who don't have it, but those that do, you can definitely tell because they just make sometimes really weird but interesting decisions that end up paying off in the long run.
And these guys are going to be seconds apart from pulling out the Triforces out of 6 and 7. So they're going to be sitting at 3 and 4 Triforces with 15 minutes in with the Silvers, with knowledge of the raft and the recorder for on Eunos' side. I mean, they're in very, very good position to have a very good time here in this seat.
Yeah, cytown going to grab this Triforce, and I would assume bounce. So has that raft, can go check that level. And once, you still got Vanilla 1 that he hasn't checked, which will net him his recorder. So, lots of places to check, lots of access. We still haven't seen our coast item. That could be the bow. So we might need to go on a goose chase there for the ladder, but we'll see what.
Yeah, I want these guys to get a few keys under him and go back into 1 and see what that other item is. Like, I'm very, I hate leaving, level 1 and level 2 and those easier ones with items. Now, I do that a lot, and it's a heart container, and it costs me 3 or 4 minutes, and that's why I don't beat people like this. But it's always I don't want to leave that space on my tracker when I know it's so close to where I start.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting decision because that was one of was the Wizrobe set. So you could have to clear some pretty nasty rooms in order to get that last item. And with cytown already having 2, it'll be interesting to see if he prioritizes that, especially since he now has the red ring. He can navigate those rooms a little bit easier.
Yeah, I would expect Eunos to go back to 1 before cytown, just because, like you said, Eunos only has 1 of the 3 items, and cytown has 2. But I think they'll both make their way back there eventually. If they don't find Bo, and it's they find level 3, and it's, Bo's very easy, so we'll see.
Sure, cytown happy to see a little bit easier of an enemy set.
Yeah, I don't think we're due for any Wizrobes for the rest of the game.
Will he get duped? He checks it. Good job.
Survey says transport.
Yeah, this is the transport. He's going to go ahead and take it. I don't remember if Eunos took this or not. I honestly don't remember where the recorder was, but it wasn't too difficult to get to.
No, and Eunos now seeing the friendly set that we have up here, and he's going to probably reload the room as well. What he's doing right now, if you look at Eunos' side, what he's doing is he knows the movement patterns and the targeting of these what are they, the blue, what are they called, Lionels? Yeah, the blue Lionels. And basically they work opposite of where Link is. So he went to the bottom right corner, it grouped them on the top left. Then he started inching north, and it brought them down to the bottom left. So because they look at that targeting of almost flipped horizontally and vertically, he was able to maneuver them to go southwest in that lake area, and it worked to his advantage. That's what Eunos was doing there.
Yeah, the advantage of anti-link.
So. Yeah, knowing that targeting is so huge. You can do that inside dungeons too. You can group them up and then kind of have them counterbalance based on where you are. It's a pretty cool trick to be able to.
Map here for cytown. So still hasn't found that recorder, but does know where the Triforce room is, and it's not too difficult to clear. I'm not sure why he's clearing this out, but
I don't know if he thinks this is the only way to the Triforce or whatnot. I haven't seen on his side if he knows there's another path.
Yeah, it could have been ladder blocked. I may have missed that, so that could be it. And with the red ring, the ability to clear this out a lot easier.
Well, Eunos has the Triforce. There was a way definitely without the ladder. I just don't know from his point of view why he's.
Yeah, because that room is one of the rooms that will never have a drop in either quest. It can be a staircase in second quest, but will never contain a drop.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a drop room, and knowing those drop rooms is so huge. I expect cytown knew that, but we'll have to ask him maybe, why he cleared that room, decided to.
Maybe he just doesn't like Gleox. I mean,
Do you like Gleeox?
It depends. If I got red ring, magic sword, and wand, sure.
If you like, if you've got a seed that you're just crushing, right? And you see like a Goma or a Gleeok and there's like a key on the ground or whatnot, do you still kill it just because?
It depends on my mood, but generally, no, I don't.
I can see AJ going on, let's go, let's roll.
Rock him out.
Give me the wand. Let me clear out his Gleeok. Come on.
Eunos finds a heart container here in 5. I believe Cytown found that as well. We're just looking for that floor drop.
Yeah, that's the story right now about these later levels is the floor drop in 5 and floor drop in 6. We don't have those. We're missing a floor drop in 1 and another one in 2 as well. So to clear these secondary items, if we don't find them kind of easily, they're all going to be floor drop things. So we're going to have a lot of combat ahead of us if we don't find ladder and bow easily in the sea.
I don't know about you, but I love watching Eunos fight things.
Dude, he maximizes his DPS more than anybody I've ever seen play this game.
Just like the bomb drops, forcing a bomb, dropping more bombs. Cytown going to clear out these Pole's voice to check this room to the right. If neither of these rooms contains the floor drop, then it is in fact ladder blocked here in level 4.
Yeah, I like this play from Cytown's side, though, because he knows that he's got to go back into a 1 that's really tough. That 6 was really tough, and it's a floor drop. He's got a map for 4. Anytime you get a map in shapes and you got an easier enemy set, usually those are the ones that you want to attack before going back into something where you either can't see the map or it's a tougher enemy set.
Survey says that's up for debate.
I mean, do you want me to repeat what was going on in Cytown's mind? Because I got the transcript if you want it.
I have to say, though, if you know what that's up for debate is actually from, that's one of the best sound clips on the.
Oh, Eunos was doing some great work, doing some fancy footwork there in the north part of that. Just could not get through that door. The Wizrobes lined up really, really bad for him.
Yeah, this is another one of those just rough levels. This enemy set's not fun. You're not able to clear out most of these enemies with just a bomb, which is usually what makes it a lot easier. So just try to navigate, and not having that red ring that Cytown got is just kind of making it.
It's really weird too because you pulled it at a 6, where a lot of times 6 is just there to waste your time. There's usually not a lot of good stuff in there. It's long. This time Cytown was able to get out of there with a red ring and the Triforce pretty early in the seed, and that's been where I thought it wouldn't be a huge deal because of Eunos' combat strength. Just avoidance in the enemy sets made a pretty big deal here.
Yeah, and finding level 3 under the recorder spot, and it's got one of the easier enemy sets. Gotta hope for the bow here if you're the players. If you're us, you hope for 2 heart containers or double banana.
Yeah, they're thinking like, okay, bow and ladder is what I want to see on his side. I mean, that or maybe like a red candle or something in a ladder or bow or anything, because I don't think they have a candle either, do they?
No, I don't think we've checked the raft spot. So we've still got level 8 vanilla, level 8, and then vanilla level 7. So it may be that you don't actually need a candle until you're ready to go to level 9. But if not, we still need to find a candle shop.
Yeah, and this Cytown, no early map yet for level 3, so he's just kind of trying to navigate blind right now, going through what he can, doing pretty good work. But there's another early Triforce where there's no chance right now with what he still has out there. He's just going to take that and leave. He doesn't have very many places to go. Eunos in another unfriendly setup for having 2 hearts here, so let's hope he gets out of here unscathed.
Yeah, this is also the Triforce room, so he's really wanting to get this cleared and get out of here.
He can clip in and kill that Dark Knight on the right, and it's going to be very safe. It might be a little longer of a play. I don't know if he wants to reload and maybe chance getting a blue Wizrobe or something, which could end this run for him. I think he's going to reload the room.
Yeah, I mean, it saves the room at the very least, but yeah, you definitely don't want to have to work your way back up here. We do get the blue Dark Knight again, but it is on this side.
And a friendly Bubble Bop saves Eunos, and he grabs that Triforce. He's out of there. 5 Triforces, 24 minutes in. Still missing that bow. Still missing the lap.
Yeah, and cytown actually getting a few keys here, which will be very helpful. Never like to be in that lower key echelon with level 9 still sitting on the table. And we still haven't seen level 8 yet. That's our outstanding level. In shapes, that is another one that can just eat up your keys really quick.
Yeah, I'm going to think 8's probably at 8. There's 3 items in there, and we're going to have to go do it, aren't we? Because I'm not seeing anything from any of the levels these guys have seen that we want yet.
I don't think we've seen either item in level 3 yet, so there's still a couple of chances. I mean, I know we're all really hoping that it's like the floor drop in 7 or something like that.
If you pull any key from 3, do you go directly to 1? Because that's what the seed wants you to do.
I mean, you still got to find a candle. I think that would be your priority.
Yeah, I think the play is to 1. If any key is right here.
Nope. Nanner.
Not my fault.
Yeah, that would be my fault, obviously.
Right.
There's a map. So we'll see how many rooms we have left here.
It's got to be like, I was going to say like 5 or 6. There's not many for cytown. He's been in this 3 for a little bit.
All right, Eunos in the red ring room. Gonna implore bombs to get rid of these blue land modes, who have also seemingly rolled up.
He's trying to force there. He was trying to not get hit. Like, that's why he took a little time there, guys, when he had so much health there. He was on a count there, and he was going to be able to get a bomb off that guy if he didn't get hit. So instead of just going out there, charging out, and finishing him up just to save time, he wanted that bomb drop. And that's what separates the Eunoses and the cytowns and stuff from just, regular rando everyday V1R player or Z1R players is that knowledge of bomb drops and knowledge of where you're at in counts, even in the thick of a situation like that.
Yeah, great job by Eunos. Oh, hi!
Yeah, that's fun, huh?
So there's a ladder for cytown. Eunos getting his red ring. So got that little piece that we were talking about. But all that does, like right now, I guess it opens up the coast item. So we'll check that out. But we have all these ladder blocks in these dungeons now that give us one outstanding item. It just opens up the branch of decision making even further. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, one of the places that's going to be key for them to go back to is 5 because cytown didn't get the Triforce out of 5, and I believe the floor item was locked in that one. So I think that's going to be one of his priority plays, other than, checking Vanilla 8. And right now he can world wrap, get his coast item, check Vanilla 8 with a candle, all in one bop here. So I think that cytown's going to do that on his.
Here's the trick. He needs a candle.
He can buy one, right? He's got to find one somewhere. The arrow shop we know won't have it. The candle shop might have it, but he hasn't checked it.
Yeah, I mean, neither Eunos nor cytown has taken the time to actually locate where the candle is at, which is really interesting at 28 minutes into the seed, but it's not really forced you that direction either. And I guess we could have it here on the coast.
Well, and cytown hasn't seen. He's got the wrap, so he can get both hearts here. Oh no, you don't want to do that. Oh man, that's 30 seconds right there. I know that from vanilla, dude. That's hard.
That's all right. We'll just walk this way.
Aerosmith told you to, so you might as well listen to Aerosmith. They're very, very good at what they do.
Walk this way.
Need drums or guitar? Do you rock band it out?
Definitely guitar.
Oh, really? I would drums for sure.
Yeah, I'm terrible at keeping a beat. So, the getting power bracelet kind of just doing its thing. He's going to pick up another heart here if he wants to. Probably going to skip it. But this gives him quick access to the coast. I don't know that this is any faster than going the other way, but, it's cool.
He's so mad he skipped the heart. He said, no.
Just says no. Seconds. I don't want it. No to 2 of them and no candle here, so going to have to bail. Yeah, he hasn't been to Vanilla 2 yet, which is level 7.
And there's nothing in there. Eunos will tell you there's nothing in 7 that he wants. Now he has a ladder where Eunos didn't have that before, so he might find something in 7 that Eunos wasn't able to. But Eunos was pretty blocked inside 7.
Yeah, I understand frustration and wanting to save like 14 seconds. Not even 14 seconds, just like 3. But I'm going to grab that Coast Heart. It's worth 4 hearts with the red ring. It's right there.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's not just 1 heart, right? It's 4 when you got the red ring. So even though a lot of people say, okay, I've got the red ring, I don't need a lot more hearts, but every heart you get that's only a few seconds out of your way, he didn't have to go downstairs and back up and everything like that. I'm not going to second guess the dude, because if I'm going up against Eunos, I'm looking for every second as well. But man, that's so close, Agent. I got to think you take that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and if it's easier dungeon sets, I don't need to grab it. But man, some of these dungeons, like this one, is just blue whiz robes, blue dark nuts. It's not fun.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Eunos making his way away from the Triforce, which tells me that he's going to dig this other item out of 6 if he can. Again, they're still looking for Bo. He hasn't found the ladder yet, so on his side, he's got so many items outstanding that he's sitting there thinking, okay, any key would even help, right? A wand would help, white sword would help. So whatever this 6 gives him on the floor, he's pretty interested in.
Yeah, he's also trying to work around this same ladder block that Cytown had. Not able to walk straight down, so going to go here, clear out this room. We might see him just take the Triforce and get out of here.
Yeah, and maybe with having the recorder, that's a great play too, Agent. That's heads up as well.
Like you were talking about, we still have level 8 on the table, and he's got everything outside of a candle to access that. With 3 items there, do you really want to dig a level 6 for a floor item, or do you want to go check level 8 for a couple of staircases?
Yeah, in his mind too. I mean, to that point, he's got 8 for those staircases. He's also got 2 items in 1, which we know one of them, but not the other. So he's got 5 items outside of this floor item in 6. That's a really valid point for sure.
So Cytown doing a little bit of digging here in level 7. Again, going to have a ladder and a red ring, which Eunos did not have when he came here the first time. We'll see if he finds this floor item, if he takes the time to dig it. We'll see what happens here, but still looking for that candle. At this point, it almost seems like it's at the blue ring shop, the rare shop, because I think we've seen every other one of them.
Yeah, I think he goes hunting for that too. He's going to check the raft spot, which we have not checked yet. He has his raft. Cytown didn't check this for us. So this could be level 9. This could be level 8 as well. So this could be kind of a sequencing thing here too, where if he finds 8 here and he goes and he finds some ladder blocks and Cytown doesn't have those later, it could be a sequence of when you find levels that might get Eunos right here too.
Fairies, always jerks. And it is level 8, so we do not need a candle until we are ready to go to 9.
Pretty rare. I think that he wants to route this way too. Eunos does, because he can go here, then he can go grab his candle. He can go to Recorder Lake, check that level, and then he can do his world wrap and go over and do all that in one motion. So if he can get through this level 8, he wants to without that ladder.
Yeah, Cytown actively skipping all the hearts. So you definitely, like you talked about, trying to get those seconds. And damn, that's an ugly looking level to dig for the floor.
Well, here's the thing, too, on Cytown's side. He's skipped 3 hearts now. So 1 heart maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and underground at maybe like 8 seconds or whatnot. If you skip 4, 5, 6 of those in a match, now it's a minute. And a minute is huge against somebody like Eunos.
True, but on the flip side, 5 or 6 more hearts gives you pretty good access to the magical sword, which in this seed would be a pretty big boost.
Yeah, that's for darn sure. Especially if we might be floor drop item hunting soon. Magic sword could come in.
But yeah, we've got. I love when this happens, and it doesn't happen very often. And we've actually got maps of 7 and 8 at the same time, so you can kind of put those together, and that gets you your 8x16.
Yeah, it's nice to see those interlock, because you always talk about it, and it's hard because you can't show people. But if you look, level 8 fits in the left side of level 7. They just put those together. Just cut out the middle of our screen right now and just put those together, and they fit perfectly in harmony right there.
Yeah, no segments, so we don't have any additional staircases this time either, which means what we find in 8 is going to be what we get. And a ladder block here in 8, which we might be able to work around, but again, Eunos hasn't made his way to level 3 yet to find that ladder. We'll see if that comes into.
Yeah, this is that sequencing that I was talking about, is if you go to 8 after going to 3, which in your regular routing, you can't fault Eunos because this is the way you're supposed to do it. Overworld-wise, this is the correct play rate.
Yeah, Cytown going to go ahead and take out these blue dark nuts. Find that it is, in fact, a bomb and head on north. I don't know how much of this Eunos checked.
I do appreciate Eunos bombing into black spaces on the map that he knows are not rooms. He's done it twice now in 8, and I don't know if he's just not checking, but we do have a white sword on the ground. That's a huge find for Eunos right now. This is a major upgrade in a seed like this.
Yeah, great find. Definitely going to help speed it up a lot. Fortunately, Manhandlers did not roll up. And there's the any key in level 7.
All right, so Eunos probably will not be back to that 7. You got the any key on the ground there, so that's a pretty big find for cytown if Eunos gets into key pressure. 5 is not really pressure. Once you get down to 4 or 3, then you start seeing decisions made on where key doors are. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on the rest of the race.
All these ladder blocks in 8. Can we get around them? That is the question.
Yeah, Eunos doing a pretty good job. He's got decent map coverage right here in 8. I think he wants to Triforce and get out because he wants to go find 3. He knows 3 is going to be on his path, right, of where he's getting ready to go. He's got 2 items left in 1. He wants the items here, but I think if he finds a Triforce, as long as that ladder block still exists to him, he's going to bounce. But here's an item, just the book.
Yeah, so that's 2. We're still looking for a staircase item. But yeah, I think, man, it's tough. He's still got level 3 left. He knows that in his mind. But you got to be getting into that territory where you're like, all right, I need to start actually full clearing these dungeons for items because I need this bow. And for him, he still needs a
Yeah, and on cytown's side, cytown is looking right now for a candle. There's no candle in the candle shop, so I think it is in the rare shop, like we talked about before. He's going to go back to 5, though. He doesn't have the Triforce from there, and we know that there's a floor item that he's not gotten out of there. He did get the heart underground, so he's going to check for both those things with having this ladder. The other item in 8 is the heart agent.
All right, so, man, could it be in 5? It's 5, 7, 6. Man, there's a lot of really terrible options on the table. Or level 1. You know, I think that's probably going to be the play for Eunos after he goes to level 3 and finds that it's not there, is to head back to 1. He's got 2 items left, and it's definitely going to be the smallest dungeon available to him.
Okay, he's checking his map right now. He's going to go ahead and bounce. I think he's going to go get his candle, and he's going to go check what Recorder Lake is and whatnot. He's going to do those things first before he finishes 8. I think that ladder block was a hard block for him. The good news for Eunos is that he did probably 75% of that map. So when he goes back, he knows exactly where to go. So it's not really time wasted in there right now. The bad news is just having to go in the overworld back to that location, that 30 seconds or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's pretty close to the start, so you can up an A. But you are correct. It is time wasted. And we'll see if that's enough for cytown to build a little bit of a lead. I mean, thus far, it's pretty even ground. There's the ladder for cytown, but Eunos is going to find that. cytown's going to get his Triforce here out of 5. The question is going to be, where is the bow? Who makes the right play? And sitting at 7 keys, the any key's not really that big of a boon. So, you know, where do you go? What do you do?
Yeah, it's tough. I think I know Eunos' next couple plays. He's going to do 3. He's going to scroll over, see that heart. He'll up A, and I bet he goes into 1 right after that. And then he'll go back into 8. On cytown's side, he's got, like you said before, not a lot of good options. He's got to get to level 8 eventually, which is the raft spot. So that's probably his destination next.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he takes the time to find the item here in 5 before doing that. If he does that and it turns out to not be the bow, that leaves the item in 1, 7, or 6 to be our bow.
His red candle in 5 is what cytown just grabbed. So we do know the bow is not there. The bow has to be the floor item in 6, the other item in 1, or the floor item in 2, or the underground in 7.
Yeah, so there's a lot of options. But man, that red candle actually a super good find.
Oh yeah, it saves him 30 seconds from having to go to the rare shop and pick one up. So that's a good thing. Even though cytown wanted to see bow there, red candle was not bad at all.
Man, how thankful are you for a red ring when you got to deal with rooms like these?
Yeah, 100% for sure.
All right, Eunos blazing through level 3 here.
All right, so big thanks to Fury. 7, the other item in 7 was a heart container. So just right now, 1, 2, and 6 is all we have outstanding as far as items. So I believe I know Eunos' next play. I think he's going to 1 after finding the coast item. Let's see where Cytown goes. I know it's going to be going back to 8.
Yeah, again, it's for Eunos, there's 2 items in 1. For Cytown, he hasn't even been to 8 yet, and there's 3 items there. Definitely going to be the...
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, while Cytown has got 7 Triforces, I kind of give a little bit of a lead to Eunos here, just because of how much exploration he's done in level 8 versus Cytown hasn't done any. I mean, it's not much of a lead, but once Eunos gets his ladder here, he's going to beeline, like you said, probably to level 1. And it's going to be really close into getting into level.
Yeah, these guys will be within minutes of each other of getting into level 9 for sure. And the question is, was it a bomb hole for this ladder or not?
He's actually going to check the burn spot first because, yeah, interesting.
All right, I dig it. I don't know if maybe he forgot that he had the raft and he's kind of wondering where it is, or just, okay, he didn't want to save and go there. So now he's going to 8, and he'll be in here for all 3 items for sure. So this is going to be quite a dig for Cytown.
I'm really curious as to what it is he's doing. Maybe he like you said, he hadn't realized he had the raft, and now he's making his way that direction.
Dude, if you get the raft early, like an Armo spot or something like that, and you start digging through, that's one of those locations that it's only 2 spots in the overworld, and if you're used to playing other flags and not these, you're not used to really needing it. It can slip your mind for sure. I've done it. I'm sure everybody's done it. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, outside of this tournament, generally the raft is one of those boo earn type of items because it only gives you access to 2 spots. But yeah, with vanilla locations, it is a requirement.
That's a huge decision for Eunos. I mean, he had to clear that anyway because that can be a floor drop room, and that's the map that's going to give him access to the rest. He's got his ladder now. He knows exactly where he needs to go for his Triforce in 3, so he's going to be out of here pretty quick. Cytown finding the first transport in 8. He still has all 3 items to get. If you're a Cytown fan right now, you want to hope he gets out of this 8 and finds these 3 items quicker than Eunos, with the advantage of having that ladder. Maybe it works around that block a little quicker.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, you want to be able to pull a Triforce as well, right? Eunos has to come back here. He doesn't have a compass, and he doesn't know where the Triforce is. So while Cytown has to dig out all the items, Eunos also has to find the Triforce. So it's going to be really close, and then it's going to be that decision tree of where do we go from here, and who finds the silvers first, or the bow first, rather. I already have silvers. We got those like 4 seconds into the season.
See, this slipped your mind. I told you. Cytown did get his white sword, so he's got one of the 3, and that makes it a little easier because once he gets compass in here, if he does, then you're just looking for staircases. So if you're going to find any item first, the floor drop item is definitely the one that you want. Eunos has this. I expect an up A here, and he's going to go into level 1, or a whistle to level 1 makes way more sense than me losing hearts like I would have just...
Remember, whistle while you work.
That's right, that's right.
All right, let's see if this pays off. Like I said, he's got 2 items left, so he's going to find that power bracelet. We'll see what that 3rd item is, and we'll just see where Cytown decides to go from level 8.
How many keys is Eunos going to burn finding this item? That's the question.
I mean, he's got 8. He's got a lot. But yeah, I mean, we've seen 8 keys not be enough before, so we'll see what happens.
All right, so this was the room that Cytown grabbed his power bracelet, so we know this one. This can still be a floor drop room too, so he does want to clear this after this is done.
So this will be interesting. This is the ladder block here in level 8, where Eunos could not go south. If the Triforce is here, it'll be a pretty quick pickup for him when he goes back, because this is some of the few rooms that are left.
Oh man, and this is going to be a segmented one as well.
Ooh. Tasty. Today you will have moderate luck. I'd say with early silvers and everything else, it's been moderate luck.
Yeah, there's only like 7 rooms left in this level 1, so not much here. If Bo is not here, cytown gets his Triforce out of 8, and he starts working backwards, like level 2 or something. But I can't see him going anywhere but 1 after this. I think his next play is just going to be following Eunos in this cleanup.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, because for him it's an equal decision. There's one item outstanding in each dungeon.
I was going to say, dude, look at these keys. He was starting to drain keys like crazy. But he just got 2 back.
I'm not here. Where? Oh, it's in that upper segment.
Yeah, there's one more room left for Eunos to the right of that stair, that diamond stair, and then the upper segment, like you said.
All right, cytown going to go back into 8. Obviously the correct choice, but does get the Triforce, so he has got all 8 assembled. We can now summon Captain Planet.
What looked like could be a blitzing seed has been a very, very trolly bow. And it's almost what it seems like it's going to be. If the bow's not here in 1, it's an order of operations bow, where bow's locked behind a ladder or something.
Yeah, and the ladder here is going to allow cytown to actually get access to a couple of the items faster without going through that southern route. So it might save him a little bit of time. I'm going to check out the northern portion here first, though, which I don't know how to...
The blue boomerang agent, I don't know if you saw it on there, was in 1. Yes. So looks like, yeah, Eunos is going to go to 8, finish that up, get his Triforce, so that when he's done, wherever he finds the bow, he can instantly whistle over to level 7 and get into 9.
Yeah, I mean, like, it. I love it. I don't know what to tell you, but I love it. As cytown finds a heart container, that means level 6, 7, or 2. Man, we gotta hope for that level 6, because, you know, why not?
It's got to be 6 or 2, because 7 was...
Oh, right, 7 was, yeah.
But yeah, there was a heart there, so I'm with you. I think it's going to be floor drop in 6. So the difference in this seed right now is if cytown goes to 1 after this, it's going to be the time it takes for him to go get that blue boomerang compared to the time it takes Eunos to get out of 8 with his Triforce. So that cytown has 2 things to do on his checklist. Eunos has 1, but I think the 2 things cytown has are a little bit quicker than Eunos' Triforce here.
And I think this is the item room. Yeah, so he finds his 3rd item here. So he's out. So even if he goes to 1, I feel like cytown is one that takes staircases. And so if he does that, he's going to find that blue boomerang super fast.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you see that staircase, I think you take it. I mean, he's got any key, so he's going to see locked doors and be like, "Oh, let's just go," you know. But
he just whistles up and goes to 2.
This is interesting. This could be it right here.
Well, save that 3 or 2.5 seconds of whistle time. Let's go.
I'm like, my ears are perked right now, because if it's not 2, he could go back to 1 and then go to 6 and it didn't matter, or he could just go to 6 and forget he had another item in 1, miss mark or something. I don't know, but going to 2 before going to 1 is a little bit crazy. I like it. I love the play.
I mean, it's about equal for him again, right? He's got, well, and there's the item, so he's out.
All right, so do you go to 1? Is he going back to 1, or is he going to 6?
I think you're nuts if you don't go to 1, but...
He's going to 6. Agent.
You're playing Eunos, right? Eunos is not going to dig 6.
Oh, he needs the heart in 4. He doesn't have the heart in 4.
Okay. That's fair.
I saw him whistling right, and I knew that counter was going up. I didn't know where he stopped. He stopped at 4, so all right.
Well, and he had this quick ladder block here also. Man, those virus going down at the white sword is super nice.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, you can't blame him here. 4 is better than going to 6. I don't know if he just doesn't know he didn't get the other item in 1 or whatnot, because he definitely didn't take that transport. But he's going in, numerical order, 2, 4, and he's going to go to 6 next. So Eunos has to get out of this 8. I don't know where this Triforce was, but he's been in this 8 for a long time, man.
I think it was in this room right here. So he's going to get it and get out, but I don't remember where the heart was in level 4. I don't think Eunos had ladder at the time, and this section's all ladder block.
Yeah, and we know Eunos is going to 2 right now, so cytown has a little bit of time here to get out of this 4. Eunos has got to get through 2 and go the correct way, because that was a pretty quick heart container for cytown.
This is crazy. I love it.
Dude, he went 6. Eunos went 6 before he went 2.
Hey. Oh, it was an accident.
Oh no, he's gonna go to 2 and have to go back to 6.
This is fantastic. It's like, no. I don't want this level.
Nobody wants to go back to 6, and we all know, right? We have perfect information, chat. It's in 6. Like, I have the tracker down. It's in 6.
And Cytown's been in every room but the ones in that bottom segment now. Gonna lose a little bit more time here trying to get that heart container.
Here's the other question. Eunos didn't get any key out of 7. Does he go 7 before 6?
He has a map of 8.
I'd go 7 before 6 all day long. He might do that too.
This is a good point. We'll see where he goes. Cytown's searching for that staircase. He's not sure where it's at.
Chad, if you're not thrilled with this race is bonkers. They're looking for a bow. We have 6 outstanding for both of them as the floor item. Eunos has 6 and 7 outstanding. Eunos is going back to 5. Maybe he doesn't have a heart container. He doesn't have the red candle.
Red candle. He's got 5, 7, and 6. Yeah.
Holy cow, Laugoat, I see you there, man. I love you, but that's getting purged. Somebody purge that.
Jam's on it too, baby. Look at that. Jam with the hits. He's going to bail out of 5 now, and he's going to go to 7.
Oh, man, this is crazy. All right, so 7's going to have his any key. I don't know where. He doesn't have a map of it. But
it's up in the north.
Out of here. He's got to get his red candle out of 5. This is advantage Cytown. Cytown only has a couple levels left to check. And I don't know if he remembers he has 1 left to check.
Man, I hope it's not one of those things where he's like, I don't know where to go. But 6, yeah. I mean, 6 is the play.
The only thing I'm thinking, there's a question from Saber in chat. Why 7 before 5? The only thing I'm thinking is maybe he has knowledge of the map of 7 or of 8. So he knows kind of where 7's going to take him, and he's got a game lead. So if you're in a search like this late for a floor drop item, maybe you go to the more trollier location in hopes that, the other person's playing by the book, quote unquote, and you kind of meta it. I don't know.
I do have to ask, and I'm going to ask, why pick up the hearts in 2 and 4 if you're not going to pick up the Coast Heart? It's the same amount of time.
Yeah, good question. Probably nerves right now just because you're searching for something and you think your opponent has it. But I tell you what, Cytown's in the right level right now.
Yeah, we don't have a map. Let's go. Our favorite level containing our favorite item.
It's just the floor drop he's looking for.
Yeah, it's a terrible feeling. He's going to take this staircase. This is something we have not taken. So it'll get us to a different part of the dungeon at the very least. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just so funny, right? We got silvers at literally a minute and a half into the game, and usually that's what you're looking for. And we're at 52 and a half minutes, and we don't have a bow.
Hold on, I got a question. So if Gorillas get upgraded boomerangs when you upgrade your boomerang, why in the heck do those moblins not shoot silver arrows? And why can't we change that?
Code limitations.
No, I don't want that easy programming, get you out of here with that question stuff. I want to know why we can't do this.
It's a great question.
Just playing, man. I want silver arrows, dang it. I want 4 hearts taken off of Link when he gets hit with 1.
I still want to see shuffled damage. I think it'd be lots of fun, but, you know.
All right.
Telling you, the dream is red keys doing 2 hearts of damage with 4 HP.
Oh my god, dude. Oops, all shutters, Jam. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, so this 6 playing villain right now. The staircase went literally nowhere. And it looks like we are trying to find a bomb wall, which is kind of reminiscent of last night, unfortunately.
It really is. There was an unfortunate double bomb wall too. You had to go east and south, I think, or something like that in level 7, and it trolled Cytown a little bit. He ran out of bombs. He had to go back and forth and get them. Eunos is a little bit better at forcing bombs and keeping that count than Cytown is, so was able to get through that situation. Right now, I think, like you said, without a map, that map might be behind a bomb wall, so it's going to be a little bit troublesome to get it out of there.
I think according to the new logic, though, it won't be behind a bomb wall. So it's just being a real pesky thing.
Yeah, it's as soon as you start seeing drops on the ground, you know you're in this segment that can drop the map. So if you see a fiber, if you see a bomb, whatnot, you see an any key, there you go.
Hi. This is the worst room to get shuttered in the game.
Does he not have the heart out of here either? He's staying. He doesn't have the item out of this?
I think he just got, because remember, he went really, really early to level 7. I don't think he got any of the stuff because he fought to get up to the Triforce because it was a pretty rough dungeon. He's going to bail now, so maybe he does have it marked. But yeah, I mean, it's this is rough.
That was either I don't have this marked, or I don't have the map here. I'm ticked off. I'm leaving and going somewhere else I can get a map.
And he's going to go to 6, but I don't know about finding a map.
Well, they're both in the right level. Cytown definitely has the exploration advantage, but when you're looking for a bomb wall, that doesn't matter one bit. Cytown might have just found it.
There it is.
But it looks like we've been here. There's the map, though.
Yeah, so we haven't been here. Hi! What a nasty little dungeon. And that staircase, mind you, went over to that top section under the dash, and you were not able to bomb set.
No, you weren't. You 100% weren't. You were blocked up there. This was nasty because there's just so many log jams that you can't see on the visible map, but we've seen through their play.
And Eunos is heading in the right direction, too. He skips that staircase.
God, this is so close, man, because they're both going to get the bow probably within, I would say, a minute of each other, and it's just going to be a mad dash into 9. I want to know why Cytown didn't go 1. I want to know why Eunos noped out of 5. It's a crazy.
Well, you know, it goes back, I think, to a lot like we were talking about before. It's a rando sense. You know, when I played too, and it's wrong, right? It's really a 50-50. It's kind of a myth, but do you just get those gut feelings as a player that you're like, okay, this is where I need to go? And I know you're that way a lot too, where it's just, this is where I want to go. And there it is. We're going to 9.
Yeah, and Eunos is right there as well. So this is going to be within 30 seconds of each other. Eunos is going to go left, check this room over here, and then he's going to go back northeast, just like Cytown did. And they're going to whistle to 7, and they're going to be within 30 seconds. But yeah, your gut really, really does impact a lot of your decisions. And I think that's where you turn the corner as a rando player of, okay, here's the way you're supposed to do it, into, okay, here's the way that I feel like this seed is telling me to go. And that's how you win seeds.
I think we're like one room away from that the entire time. It was just a key door, and we didn't have a lot of keys at the time.
No, we really didn't. Cytown had keys when he came up here the first time. He had that any key from 7, but maybe he didn't when he went up there. I don't know. That's a good question.
Just crazy. Just one room away, and we didn't get it.
Yeah, chat, hook us up if you hear Ganon. We don't have the sound on because we don't want to hear ourselves talk. But we can't hear anything there. We're just going to rely on you guys.
So you want to tell us what we're looking for here, RBG?
Yeah, man, we're looking for a room to go dark. That's going to be Ganon. Chat's going to be listening for the sound of Ganon. That means we're going to be one room away from where he is, trying to get to that dude. Otherwise, we're looking for a single shutter door. We'll tell you a room that looks like what we're looking for as soon as we see the first one. If it doesn't pop open after you kill all the enemies, that is going to be Zelda on his side. I was looking to see who he was first. It's going to be Zelda, and you save the girl. That's it. If by chance we kill Ganon before we come across that door will just pop open. We just walk through and we're good to go.
And Eunos making his way, and I mean we're going to be a minute and a half apart. So this is all about routing.
Even the candle boosting to save frames because you got enemies coming up the ladder. Eunos does not waste any movement in this game at all.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing is to watch Eunos play like their routers relish battle royales and things like that, where he's had time to route it in, and it's some of it's really.
I got to shoot, but no worries. We got 121 rupees. We can shoot silver arrows all day long, like those moblins should be doing out as agent.
Savor dropping the knowledge.
Just do that call out right there. So this is a room. If Cytown wouldn't have come from the left, that would be, interesting to these guys because there's one shutter. Of course, Cytown knows that Zelda's not to the left of this one because he came from that room, but that's what we were talking about before. Just one shutter in the room.
Ooh, pretty room.
Eunos wants to clear it out because this could be a drop room, looking for a compass, looking for a way through as far as progression the other way as well. So wants to go ahead and clear this out and see what we have, and you don't have to mess with it again.
I mean, how getting the junk fairy too? They're on cytown side. That's nice. Man, like, of all the sets to get, this one's fun.
We knew we'd have it. We saw it early, and then we didn't see
Zelda.
it again for like 5 levels, so we knew we were gonna have it back. Do we have a Zelda?
Yeah, and that's behind a shutter door too, with blue wizards in the room. That's fantastic.
So your coordinates for Zelda is under the dash 2 down. So 6-2 is your coordinates for Zelda when we're looking for her later.
And I don't know if she's accessible from the south, so you may have to re-clear that blue wizard.
Not if you kill Ganon. You don't have to clear it.
No, but there was a shuttered
to
blue
get
wizard
through.
to get to it.
Okay, this is huge. Cytown's no bombs.
On a heart.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Rando God smiled, Jen.
Yeah, and knowing your drops too. These guys know the drop table. On a heart gives you a pretty good chance to be a bomb dropper next, and you're to clear that anyways because you need bomb. But yeah, I mean, getting down to 0 bombs in level 9, that is a death wish. And you know, we had that problem in 7 yesterday with Cytown. Left several times to go get bombs just because couldn't find that particular bomb door. And Eunos gets a compass, so he knows where Zelda is.
Yeah, and I heard a roar. I'm not sure which side. Chat's saying that there's a roar somewhere. It was a Gleeok.
You know, and this is why you kill them anytime you see them.
Crisis averted. We're good. We're good, chat. We're good.
All right, so in case Cytown didn't know where it was, he knows now. Gonna find another bomb hole to get a little bit to the west here, so gonna be headed in the same way Eunos is.
Now, even though Cytown has a couple rooms disadvantage to Eunos is a little bit ahead of him, he knows the direct path to Zelda, whereas Eunos doesn't. Eunos has a compass, but doesn't have the direct path, so that's a little bit of an advantage Cytown right now if they're going to go the same way anyway.
1 bomb. Ugh, Eunos only has 2.
More importantly, only it's a half a heart.
You know, it's basically 2 and dead. That's unfortunate.
It is, unless there's a stair early that you can take and it like leads you to him or something. Sometimes deaths are fortunate for you, you know?
Yeah, and I think at this point, Eunos is going to plot out that path to Zelda. That's generally what you do if you die like this. You know, have a compass. You might as well work your way that direction and see if you find Ganon on the...
Yeah, he just said nope to that room again. He didn't have to go that way, so he's going to go north, like you said. Explore the northeast. A lot of times the girl is with him anyway, so... I'm thinking that north central part, or maybe the very south central, like under the E all the way at the bottom or something. Those are the 2 places we really haven't seen much. I think Cytown is in a location that we have not seen.
And here's a staircase that could possibly lead to Zelda. Manhandler doing his thing.
Please be north of this meat block. Just this is the only way to go. Please be north of the meat block.
I mean, this is rough too. Like, you've only got 1 bomb, and that's not it.
Yeah, that's really rough. But you've been there too, right? Like, there's no bomb droppers around you, and you're like, I have to check this one location that I haven't been. Do I drop the bomb, or do I go looking for a bomb and come all the way back? That's a really tough spot to be in.
Yeah, for sure. Man, you always hope for the meat block, but I mean, obviously they don't, because that's terrible. But I mean, if you're Cytown now, you're looking for a room that drops, and yeah.
So Eunos now is going to have the direct path. I mean, this is that unfortunate room, like you said, that you're going to have to clear to get back through. But he's going to have his path to Zelda after this kill.
Maybe. Nope.
But he knows, right? Like, you want to go back up to the northeast, but he knows. He knows that's the way to her. So I think he's still going to explore and go back up there, but he has to have that feeling. Yeah,
I mean, yes. But it could be one of those trolley Zelda rooms also where it's only accessible from the north or the west. So, you know, it's like you said, he's got a feeling, and that'll be the first way he checks. But, man, having to clear that room is just a real pain.
really is. It really is. He's going directly back there. I think he's just very interested in that northeast corner.
Here
But
it is!
cytown has found it on the far left underneath the L, 5 down. Let's see the fight.
He's got this. Red ring, white sword, 8 hits. Can take 4 hugs and still be good.
Really good fight here. He's pretty fortunate because these fireballs are doing a horizontal. Never mind, because it just kind of got away from there for a little bit. So I'll let him do his.
Do it to it. There it is. We got a pig roast.
Yeah, that was a tough stun lock for chat, just to let you know, just because Ganon was kind of being a little antsy there and kind of going back and forth on him. So cytown was doing a good job of holding center position, got away from him once, but he was able to get back through. Now the key here, Ajin, is he's got to get through that room.
And Eunos can bomb left. He's going to find Ganon here really soon, too. Also, heads up play, building up a count there on the old man. That way he can grab another bomb drop here. Got to be really careful, too. Got to make sure that you get one. Oh, no.
cytown is looking for bombs here or some health to go through that room. He's only at 1.5 hearts. It's got to be very frustrating to know exactly where that door is and have the hearts that he does, because he's got to go right. He needs some hearts. He's only on 1.5. He's got to cross his fingers so he can do this.
Yeah, and he wants bombs too, because man. And you can't go that way. He hadn't checked that room, but yeah, Zelda not accessible from the south. I like the candle boost.
This is a huge room for cytown. You don't need to carry any bombs. Zelda does not want any bombs, so you might as well use them.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I might block clip in that previous room and try to get some health off the blue dark nuts.
Eunos has exactly as much time as it takes cytown to get through this one room in the rest of the seed. That's it. This is your seed right here. It comes down to how many times it takes cytown to get through that room on 3 hearts. There's 2 shutters before it. He's got to get through this nasty room right here. Is he going to take some time, build up some health, or is he going to keep putting his head down and just brute forcing it?
I think you got to get HP. You got to clear that other room too in order to get through that push block. So hopefully get some bomb drops. But I think you take some time to get bombs, and I think you take some time to try to get some health.
Yeah, luckily for him, Eunos took that stair that was in the southwest and took him to the southeast, so he's got a little time right here. It stinks that the only way through this is through 2 shutter doors, and this combat right here is slow combat.
Yeah, and it's annoying, especially when you're like, I just need to get to Zelda, and I have to clear this room again.
He's got 4 hearts now, so he'll probably take a couple bops getting through here because he's going to do it quickly. Yeah, see, this is just, you know where she is and you're rushing a little bit type of bops. He wouldn't be taking this in normal seed. 2.5 hearts is more than he had last time going into this last room.
3 bombs, 2.5 hearts. You got to imagine if you somehow die again, the tilt will be real.
I got to think it's already real. Nice bombs there, though. He weakened him up. He's good to go right here.
Yeah, good job. Very nice. He's going to clear this out. He's going to head north, take a quick jaunt left, and he's going to take game 2. We're going to a game 3 RBG.
Dude, that's exciting. These two are upper echelon players, you know, top of this game. To have an Elite 8 go to game 3 is everything you want amongst players like these, and this is going to be a fantastic finish here.
I still just have to talk about, we got silvers at 1.5 minutes, and we just finished with an official time of 1:08:12.
As long as you give me first question on why he didn't go back to 1. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. I'm just kidding. Eunos sticking this out. He wants to know where the heck this bomb wall is, or this path is, to get to Ganon. He's up in the northeast now, which, you know, we saw that cytown explored this, and he got through the room that one death probably cost Eunos this exploration time, but a little frustrating.
Could you imagine this seed if it didn't give you a red ring? Like,
And we do have Mr. Cytown joining us. Cytown, GG's, man.
Hey, thanks.
What a seed. And
Yeah.
yeah, your initial thoughts. Go ahead.
So 6, I bailed on it after I got Red Ring and Triforce, and it had to have the bow. My goodness. If I'd have had the map earlier, I think I would have actually tried to dig it, but at that point I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just going. With playing Unos, I'm a bundle of nerves the whole match anyway. So I was not planning on trying to stick around any dungeons if I didn't need to. Unfortunately, I full cleared every item except for what was in 9.
Yeah, about that real quick. And your play made sense as far as that goes to leave 6 and 1. I think everybody does that, especially when you get recorder out of 4 and you're like, okay, I can go back to 6 whenever I want. But there was actually an item in 1 you did not get. Did you have every item marked in?
Oh, I didn't have the 3rd item in 1. What was it?
It was the blue boomerang, luckily for you. But we saw you start redigging levels, and we're like, he left an item in 1. When's he going to go back? I'm like, oh, we like this meta play by him and whatnot. And we're like, I start to think maybe he just forgot.
I did.
Hey.
Completely did.
Worked out in your favor.
I'd have realized it after I looked closer at my writing here, but holy cow. Yeah, I never got it.
Yeah, no worries. It worked out like Agent said, but yeah, a couple things. Like we saw you, ditching hearts and stuff like that. Once you had the red ring and you had enough for the white sword item, we just kind of left hearts on the coast, left hearts in underground. But then you started getting hearts near the end of the seed and whatnot. So it was kind of going back and forth. And we're like, all right, we're not really sure the game plan there, but I think the strategy was just go as fast as you possibly can, right?
Yeah, and I really didn't care about hearts too much. I had red ring way too early to be worried about hearts. And the only thing I cared about was getting the 6. And it's actually why I went into 5 before I went to the white sword item. And so I failed twice in the seeds because I didn't think I had the raft yet. And then it hit me that was the white sword item. Was it? No, it was a heart. Where was the raft at?
Raft was Armos, which you got fairly early. So we kind of figured you may have forgotten about it because it was like one of those 8-minute grind.
Sometimes I think I'm moving too fast for my brain. I don't think I'm smart enough to be doing that, but it happened.
Well,
so
let's talk about that for a second because, the fast movement that you had, you were flying and your combat was fantastic, man. Like you only had 2 deaths on a really tough combat seed, even past the red ring, we saw deaths on both screens, but you were flawless. You played really well. I mean, a lot of the logic and stuff and finding items took both of you guys a long time, but as far as combat, man, you were on point tonight.
Oh, thanks. It felt good. Boy, it felt good, but with I think I was 20 minutes in and I had 4 Triforces. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be a jet seed. I need to run. And then the second half took me so long, I was sure I was going to see a dot down. I was just sure of it. And boy, it felt good until that last stretch when I had to get through 2 blue Dark Nut rooms, a blue Wizrobe room. Ugh, that was miserable.
Yeah, we just saw Eunos clear up Ganon on his side, and he's going to find he has to go that same nasty path to get over to Zelda. We had that actually had 2 blues. We had to walk through the 1 Wizard room there at the beginning, and then, like you said, 2 Dark Nut rooms, and then clear the blue Wizard room. It was not a nice path to get over there to Zelda.
No, it was really nasty. I couldn't believe that. And when I died, again, my first thought is, my second trip up here, I'm going to see a dot done, and I'm going to be so mad at myself for forgetting what all the enemies were and using those bombs up on the red Wizrobes or orange Wizrobes. I don't know what color that is, but and I just kept thinking, I wasted those bombs to hustle, and I shouldn't have done that, and I forgot about the blue Wizrobe room. So I was a little bit frustrated, but you could probably see panic in my movement, but yeah, it was definitely feeling that way.
Well, it's always tricky when you have the win under your belt. I mean, you've got Ganon down. You're looking over at IRC. The other person hasn't died done. You know where Zelda is. and then you see some combat ahead of you, or you've got 7-8 rooms to get through, and every single transition, your eyes go over to that IRC, don't
the whole time. And actually, my first bump into the blue wizrobe, and the first time when I died, was because I was actually looking over at the other window, and then I just started throwing bombs everywhere for no good reason, and I just went nuts. But it worked out. So I guess any win with Eunos, I'll just take it, because that's never easy.
Well, you earned it. You played very well. Your routing and everything was pretty on point. Minus a couple of things of just like forgetting one and whatnot. That doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, your combat reigned, and you guys were in 9 very, very similar times. You had probably a 45-second lead. Maybe it was a minute and a half. I think Chat said minute and a half lead over Eunos going in there.
Wow.
But you routed 9 and did very well inside of it.
Well, thanks. I didn't care about anything but trying to get to the middle. And when I went down, and I think it was you go up, left, and I went down instead of up, and it locked me in the room. It's a good thing there wasn't a mic on me, because there was some not proper words coming out of my mouth when I realized I locked myself in there, and it was just a dumb move. But just grateful that I was able to hustle through and get to the middle, and then kind of find a path to Ganon after a while. But he was hiding pretty good that time.
Yeah, and Eunos confirming for us that is the only path to Zelda. You can't bomb out of any of those northeastern rooms. So you have to take this nasty path where you clear these orange wizrobes, takes forever and a day. Then you have to clear blue wizrobes, which takes forever and a day.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
The clock on the last enemy.
Perfect. That's always the way it seems. Or at least it's the ones we remember.
And then get through this blue dark nut room. You always take a bop or two. I couldn't imagine this without a red ring.
No. And another thing is, I actually can't block clip from the top. I don't know how. And so in that blue dark nut room, the whole time I'm just thinking, I wish I could do this, because if I could, I'd be in a lot better shape right now.
And you can, in fact, bomb left, but it leads to that dead-end room. Eunos takes a death, and he will forfeit the race, but does know the path. Get your GGs in chat for Eunos.
So you're digging these flags, cytown, huh?
Yes. But I kind of can't wait to get back to Cave Shuffle a little bit again. But I've absolutely refused to play anything but these flags until somebody puts me out of my misery.
Well, you've got a chance to do the same to Eunos, and he has the chance to do that to you on Thursday night. We are really excited to have that chance to see you guys go at it one more time, because both these matches were fantastic. Minus a bomb wall in 7 in game 1. That was very, very close all the way up until that point. So I can't wait to see what you guys pull out of your sleeves on Thursday.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank God 7 was easier this time. So pretty simple logic.
Yeah, that 7 was a jerk last night. It really was.
Yeah, it stunk. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys taking care of commentating and letting us have some fun like this. So hope you all have a good night.
Yeah, man. Thanks, cytown, and GG, sir.
Yeah, GG. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Eunos passing on his kind wishes in the IRCs, thanking everybody, thanking chat and whatnot. Says he wants to be a little quicker next time, whatnot. We echo those sentiments from him. My God, this is going to be hype. Agent on Thursday between the two of these guys, game 3. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I guess it is Thursday. That is correct, man. We got some, I don't know. There's so many good matches. We've got Crystal Saver and Random Effect tomorrow night. We've got these guys again on Thursday night. Top 8 is lit, man.
Thursday night's Halloween, which is going to be a great way to cap that off. And Eunos playing the game with the worst music, Don't At Me Bro, of any NES game of all time, Faxanadu. I just wanted to say that real quick. But again, Halloween Thursday. God.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I'm not doing anything that night. My kids already have got about 17 buckets of candy, so they don't need to go anywhere. I'll probably be parked here, either trying to commentate or watching the last race here between these two guys. We said it at the beginning. Eunos been around forever, is fantastic. Cytown, killer up and comer. These guys are knocking it out of the park. That's why they're in the top 8. So we'll see how that round goes. Game 3, all you could ever wish for.
2 things. I want to watch this run from Eunos, so don't shut the stream off. And 2, the secret, Jen, is if you turn your porch light off like 30 minutes before you're supposed to, and your wife doesn't know, like if you just do it real quick when she doesn't know, you get to keep the candy.
We don't buy candy anyways. We just give away the candy that our kids get earlier in the week.
That's smart. I mean, that's the one better way to do it. I give it a crap load of candy on my street. It's not even cool.
Yeah, I mean, because they don't need candy anyways. And I've got 5 kids that get candy. So I just kind of have literally bucket loads, and we just kind of sit it on the, if you want to take the whole thing, go for it.
Yeah. And Saver knows you just buy the candy afterwards. It's like 75% off. So yeah, RC Drone Adirondack Rick is right after this. You're exactly right. About 10 minutes from now. Jen, it's a pleasure. We haven't done this since MC Hammer dropped their last album. So, I mean, we got to do this more often.
Can't touch this, bro.
Yeah, take us out of here, bro. See ya.
Yep. See you all here in 10 minutes for Drone versus Rick. Don't miss that. Gonna be a killer race. Again, make sure you catch game 3 of this. Saver and Random Effect tomorrow night. Gonna be awesome. Don't miss any of these races. These are the ones you want to watch. Thank you so much to Can't Find Bombs for tossing us a restream. Thank you to 1 second. I know we have a tracker. Fry Teeth for tracking. Thank you, RBG from the Shadows. And also thank you, obviously, to Redbird for hopping in our commentary. Fantastic. Always a pleasure. Y'all have a good night. Make sure you go catch that other race and go watch Eunos play this terrible game with horrible music.
Horrible music. Peace out.